What's up, brother? What's up?
What's up, man?
How you doing, man? I didn't know that was a yeah. I couldn't tell you had a hat on at first. I was wondering what was going on with your head there, brother. What's up, man? I like the beanie, brother. Go ahead and send me mine.
Terrible hair there, man. Terrible hair.
You good, brother? What's up with you, man? Where are you in Dallas now, or where you at?
Yeah, man. Been out at the great state of Texas.
Nice, man. How you enjoying it out there?
Well, no one could drive, but other than that, it's great.
How's the weather? Is it cold out there?
It's actually been raining for a couple of days. I don't know what's going on, but
Can't do rain.
yeah. But Dallas is one of those hit and miss. You know, today we'll get rain, tomorrow snow. Jesus will pass by on the third day. It's weird.
That's how it goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't appreciate it, sir. Are you enjoying?
Huh?
You enjoying it more than Vegas out there?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, Vegas is great and all, but it's dry as hell. There's nothing to do.
Yeah,
The Performance Institute is out there, but
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus,
man,
everyone likes to shoot out here, so that's fun.
There's what? Oh, everybody likes to shoot?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man. You don't need to be doing any of that, my brother.
No. Targets.
oh, I thought you were talking about people, man.
No, not shooting people. Shooting fundamental targets.
Yes, yeah. No. Dallas, they like their guns for sure. I mean, I like mine too, but Dallas, they love their guns.
They love their gun and the trucks. Guns
all the trucks.
If you don't have a gun, a truck, or a dog,
forget about it.
You're not a man.
So you're gonna get a truck now, man? You're getting out of the.
I'm right there. There.
You thinking about it?
I'm right there. I'm literally right there. Yeah, I'm right there. The dog, I travel a lot.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Dog is like a kid, but man,
yeah.
Sometimes worse, man. I mean, a lot of these people, man, I see. I don't know if it's just Orange County people, man, but they treat their dogs, man, like, geez, man. I don't know.
No. Out here, I see dogs in carriages. Like, I thought it was a baby. Homeboy had a dog, and I'm like, nah, player. But hey,
not for me, man. Not for me. Yeah, man. We got some fans in the house, man. Let's get right to it, man. What do you got coming up, man? Are you training for anything in particular, or what's next?
I'm training for the whole roster, man. I'm ready to eat. You know me. How long we known each other, but my next opponent is Chris Weidman. That's gonna be February 13th.
I love it. Where is that fight at?
Vegas, hopefully. I don't know about
there.
taking that long ass flight to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, no, man, that's not for you. That's not for you. Vegas, that's your second home.
Yeah,
I like that. So what was that date again?
That's gonna be February 13th. That's gonna be in Vegas. I'm excited. He was the first guy to ever beat me, and this is a long time coming.
Time to get that back.
Oh hell yeah! I got nothing bad to say about the guy. I wish him well and his family. Every time we've crossed paths, there's always mutual respect. But when you step in the octagon, I don't have that respect. So it's definitely something that I wanted to have a long time ago. It's so weird that I just fought Anderson, which didn't hit home yet. And now I got to fight this guy, which kind of plays a part. So everything is lining up.
Well, sir, yeah, man, you go from like your dream matchup, fighting like, one of your idols to like a revenge matchup, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's one of the things I wanted to touch on. How does it feel? Anderson Silva is like known all over the world. He's, pound for pound, one of the greatest of all time. Like, how does it feel to be able to say that you knocked out Anderson Silva? And not even right now, even like in the future, people will be like, even just casual fans that might not even know your whole history could be having a conversation like, oh yeah, I was a big Anderson Silva fan, and you can just casually be like, oh yeah, I knocked him out. like seriously, like how does that feel?
If we were gonna go play by play, just leading up to the fight was emotional, and the respect I have for him, of course, and the things that I've learned from him, from mimicking his style to people, you know, comparing us. And even before I really knew him, people were like, you know, you fight like this guy named Anderson Silva. I'm like, who's this Anderson Silva? And then I think the first fight I saw was the Chael Sonnen fight. And after that, it was just like, oh, this guy understands. But I think we both have this dynamic style of creativity, and it's just very fluent. So that's how we kind of related. I mean, the same move that he knocked out Forrest Griffin with was the same move that I used against him. And it was so weird because I've watched him so many times. So when the week before the fight, I just remember being very emotional. And of course, you know, everyone's in your ear like, you got this and this is your time. But knowing what I've known from a younger version of myself, to get there, it was just like, wow, this is actually really happening. And of course, after the aftermath, I broke down and stuff, and he told me some very encouraging words when we hugged each other. So I couldn't ask for an awesome story, and I can say in history that I lived my dream. You know, I went up against my idol, and my idol became my rival. So, and I don't look at it as disrespectful to be like, yo, man, I beat Anderson Silva. It's more like, hey, I got the opportunity to go up against a guy that inspired me. And I'm sure someone's in school being like, yeah, I'm going to knock that motherfucker out. You know, they're looking at me. One day. So, and I've heard other fighters say before that I'm their idol, and, you know, it's a dream matchup. So I totally get it. And, hey.
Absolutely. So what did he tell you? You know, he whispered in your ear after the fight. Like, what was he saying? What was he telling you?
He was just telling me don't do drugs and just stay away from, like.
Yeah, don't do drugs. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's not what he told you.
I'm kidding. No, he was just pretty much giving me some good pointers about who I am as an individual, to accept who I am. And, you know, I'm going to be champ. And it's my moment to take the moment and to train my mind more, because oftentimes as martial artists, you know, we forget about that passion of the sport. You know, we get lost into it. And it's not wrong to get lost into it, but there's a balance, I believe. So he was just reminding me that my mind is just as important as my body that I train. And I really took that to heart.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You mentioned that you were really emotional before and after the fight. What was it, because you were fighting Anderson, or was it more personal things? Why were you so emotional before and after the fight?
I think it was just Anderson. The fact that you know, it's almost like whatever goals you have in life, it's actually happening. And when you see it's happening and you feel yourself going towards these goals, and you're like, wow, nothing's actually stopping me. Things are actually falling into place. And there's an old saying, you know, we're more afraid of our light than our darkness. And my light was coming to play. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to play out. And I just kind of remember some messages that my that Chael taught me on the show, that I have no control over the outcome. You know, I can't control that, but I have control over what I do now, you know, and it's actions, and to mark my name. So I definitely know the first round I was a little bit like, oh my God, I'm fighting Anderson Silva. Yeah. And the second round was more of like, oh my God, I don't want to hurt him. And then the third round was like, all right, I need to, you know, get it, you know, scrap it, get it moving. And then the timing happened. But I was a little hesitant, you know, because those emotions were just battling me. They were like, oh crap, this is actually happening. Yeah. And I was fighting him, and I was fighting myself, and I was fighting other battles at the same time. It was a wreck. So after the fight, everything just kind of poured out. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that for me too. Like, you know, I was kind of thinking the same thing, that like, that is a fight that could have easily happened shortly after you came off of The Ultimate Fighter, off the show, you know. And like you mentioned, Chael, you know, even said on the show, like, you're ready. You're a title contender now. Like, you're ready to fight the champs now. And just, you know, everything that you've been through, and just getting settled and really just using all your potential. You know, it felt like that moment was like coming full circle. Like, okay, now all of this stuff that everybody expected to see from you, you know, for some time, is like, it's happening. Like, you know, you got your camp dialed in. You know, you've been on a winning tear, beating all these people, and just like now knocking out Anderson Silva kind of, you know, put a stamp on that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's all about that proper guidance, especially in the MMA world. You know, if you don't have like the right support system, the right management, things won't play to par. Like that time when I fought Whitaker, and you were one of my cornermen in Australia. I think I fought maybe four or five times that year already.
A lot, yeah.
And I was already tired emotionally and mentally. And I remember my
I didn't know.
dumbass manager at the time, he kept pushing to fight Whitaker. I think Bisping was supposed to fight Whitaker, and Bisping had his period. It was that time of the month, so he couldn't do it. So then my manager that we both had was like, hey, I think it's a great opportunity. And I think I maybe just won against Gegard or something. So I was on a high, but I was tired.
I remember I didn't want you to fight that fight either.
Yeah, but you know what? As a martial artist, I'm like, whatever. I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, I'm not going to fight this guy. I'm like, I'm a warrior. I'm supposed to do it.
Well, yeah, you're a fighter, right? And that's why,
exactly.
That's why, you got to have, a support system around you that protects you from yourself, because, a lot of people don't get it. It's like, fighting is it's not just about your skill. Like, you have to be motivated for the fight that you're going to take. You have to be motivated for that time when you're going to be going through that fight camp and taking that fight. And you have to have, enough upside to really get motivated to do well and perform the way you need to. And I definitely felt at that time like you didn't have all that stuff going for you. Whitaker, who's a beast, but at the time he didn't have the name recognition that would motivate you. Like, I know how you move, and it would motivate you to put in everything that you got to do to get yourself ready for a fight camp. So.
Absolutely not. And if I can attest to that, every fight that I've lost, I did not want to do. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to fight Brunson. I didn't want to fight Whitaker. I didn't even want to fight John Howard. There's all these fights, and I know myself. If I'm not motivated to do it, I check out. So now I'm like on this autopilot, and I end up losing fights that I should have won. I like challenges. That's why I keep calling out Izzy, because I'm like, I could beat this motherfucker. I know how he fights.
Yeah.
That's how I know that style.
That's what fuels you is the big challenge. I was having a conversation with somebody like Nick. Nick Diaz is the same way. It's like, it's not a big challenge. It's like he don't even want to do it. It doesn't matter about the money. You're the same way. It's like, even with the Musashi fight, like, I don't know what, you were a huge underdog. I don't remember what the betting odds were. But you were a huge underdog, and you went in there and knocked him out. And I didn't want you to take the rematch because I already knew, like,
I didn't want to take the rematch.
You don't have motivation. You got to have proper motivation. If you have motivation, it's a big challenge. Like, that's going to fuel you the way that it needs to. So, moving forward, you got that dialed in. Though I'm glad that everybody has it dialed in, from the management side to training side and everything, to get you the fights that are going to put the Uriah Hall, the Primetime guy that we all tune in to see.
It's Primetime. And listen, I'm 36. I feel like I'm Benjamin Button. I feel blackletic. I'm going backwards. I'm fast. I'm strong. I've learned a lot. And I think Steve Jobs said it the best. You look back and then you realize all the dots are connected. And one of the greatest things I've ever done is to stop listening to these, what's the best word to use? Really, really stupid motherfuckers that decide to come up with their own opinions. It's
haters.
I can't believe I spend so much time listening to people's opinion, because I am sensitive, and that sensitivity comes from how I was raised to always do the right thing. So I was never disrespectful to people, but when you hear those negative affirmations or people's thoughts, it's like it gets to you. And the problem is there's no repercussion. And I'm old school. I'm from New York. You talk shit, I'm probably going to punch you in the face. But a lot of these keyboard warriors, they know. And I met a guy that actually talked shit. I think he said some shit about my mom. He called my mom gorilla, which, was like, all right, you looking for a nigga? And
no.
I met him in Vegas, and I was ready to kill him. I think I was ready to end my career, because you don't talk about my mom, man. And luckily, somebody from the UFC saw me. And they're like, hey, what are you doing now? We're just having a casual conversation. And they talked me out of it. But I was ready to possibly do something I would have regret. You don't do that. But people forget.
listen, that's why you got to keep, a team of goons around you to handle those type of situations. I tell people all the time, and they think I'm joking, but I'm dead serious. Like, look, I still have a little, a little kids team. guys that I train, because look, I got anybody from a 6-year-old up to 65-year-olds that train with me. And if I get some young punk kid, messing with my daughter or something, I just got to go call Kobe or Luke or one of these, young monsters, Janelle, one of these young beasts, and say, hey, go hem this little kid up for me. You know what I mean? I can't do nothing, but hey, listen, I might not be able to do something, but I got somebody.
You got somebody.
I got somebody for you, for sure, right? You just gotta send the right person.
You just gotta send the right person.
Send the right person, man. So I'm always up. Somebody need to get slapped. We got somebody for it. 100%. So back to the subject.
Back to the subject.
You mentioned that you're training and you're getting ready for any and everybody. We have a lot of friends in the middleweight division. The middleweight division is hot right now. We just had Edmund on right before you. You got Kelvin in there, who you fought previously, who's one of your best friends in the world. We got our boy Marvin Vittori in there. We have a lot of friends in that division. How does it feel to know that, you guys are all climbing to the top fast? How does it feel to know that you could potentially ending up having to face one of your friends, for a title or a #1 contender spot? Does that thought cross your mind at all?
Absolutely, it crossed my mind a bunch. The only person that we've verbally and mutually agreed and to not fight each other was Kelvin. Kelvin and I are best friends. Every time I'm in LA, I stay with his house. I eat with his family. I mean, we're literally best friends. They've called us a bunch of time to fight each other, and we're both like, no, man, we ain't gonna do it. But we both agreed to only do it for the belt, because we're competitive. And I remember before or after the show, we made a deal to have a run for the title. It was all right, let's see who's gonna get there, And I think he was the closest, of course. And if I ever get it, I will definitely challenge him again. But we're both competitive like that in that fun aspect, because every time we train, we literally beat the crap out of each other. And he'd be like, hey, man, you want to get some tacos? I'm like, yeah, I'm down. so we're best friends like that.
Tacos solve everything. Yeah.
Tacos solve everything.
I hear that. I remember, especially here in Southern California, Orange County, man. We got the real.
There's a lot of tacos.
Got the real tacos, man. I hear they got some real tacos out there in Dallas though too, man.
Oh, they got tacos everywhere, man. Dallas is hit and miss though. You go left, you're in the hood. You go right, you're in the industrial neighborhood. You turn down the block again, it's like, hey, man, you don't belong here. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Anybody, you guys are killing it out there too, man. Anybody coming out of your gym to look out for? Who would you say to keep an eye on coming out of there?
Well, I definitely know the amateur league is coming up, and one of the things I love about our gym is that our coach, Saif Saouda, man, God bless that guy. So fortunate to run into him. He constantly pushes us to reach new heights, our strength and conditioning program with Mike Scatia. That's probably the reason why I moved out here. He's just such a good guy when it comes to building fundamentals in the training that we pretty much do in the octagon. I mean, I have back injuries, I have this injury, and every type of training that we do, I don't even feel any of that. It reduces it. And that was always a main problem when I go inside the octagon. I'm like, shit, man, my back still hurt. My right foot still hurt. So I love that dynamic type of training. And of course, with the connection that they have with each other, it shows that they really care. And I talk to my coach, Saif, a lot about stuff after the sport. And that's what a lot of fighters don't really do. You look at some of the lucky ones, some of the Connors or some of the Paul Felders who get those opportunities. Not everyone's going to have that opportunity. So we have some real conversations that, I'm not getting any younger in this sport, and I have to utilize what I have now. And now is the time to make that run. So I'm highly motivated. I have a great support system. My coaches are just phenomenal, and just the team dynamic. And even in training too, I know Jeff Neal fought Wonderboy the other day, but man, let me tell you, that kid is a killer. Don't knock him. He'll definitely be back. Of course, Ryan Spann, our tour fiver. What a freaking athletic guy, man, for his size, the way he moves. And there's a lot of other people, too. We got Macy. Who else we got? We got Miles Davis. I think he's a 125 or 35. We got JP Baseman. Bays, he's going to kill me for saying that. Cheyenne's listeners' husband. Those two, man, They're just such a fun couple. But we got a lot of guys coming up, and just the overall team, you know.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, yeah, we appreciate having you. We're going to take some questions from some of these fans.
Oh, yeah, we got questions?
Yeah, let's see what we got, man. Oh, we got a good question here. Someone wants to know, when are you bringing the belt home to Queens?
Queens, New York.
Queens.
I know, right? Well, with the politics that's happening, hopefully, you know, 2021 at the end of that year, I'm good. I just got to stay active. Just got to stay consistent. But I'm telling you what, man, I'm locked in to get that strap. So hopefully next year, this year, shit.
There we go. Yeah, this year, today. We got another fan wants to know, what is your favorite anime?
Oh, come on. Is that even a question? It's Dragon Ball Z, the greatest anime cartoon of all time. It ain't no damn Naruto. It's Dragon Ball Z.
You heard this man first.
Listen,
you heard him. If you want to pick a fight with Uriah, tell him that Dragon Ball Z isn't the best anime. Are you a PlayStation or Xbox guy?
PlayStation for life. Xbox is just a box. How many Xbox they have? Xbox 360, Xbox 390, Xbox tomorrow. It's just PlayStation is the way to go.
There's no wavering here, ladies and gentlemen. You hear him. It's Dragon Ball Z and PlayStation all the way for Uriah. Let's see here what else we got.
And dirty chai coffee.
And dirty chai coffee. You're a dirty chai guy, huh? Okay.
I'm a dirty chai guy, man.
I like that. I just had one the other day.
Starbucks is killing my wallet, but yeah.
yeah. Let's see here. That's a statement. Uriah, we want that spinning kick. I'm sure you'll see one at some point soon.
Oh, yeah. Someone asked what's my favorite brand of shoe. I'm an Adidas guy. I love Adidas. I mean, if Nike want to throw something at me, I'll take it. But Adidas to me represents swag. I'm all about swagnificence, you know? You got to be able to be yourself and add some extra. So I love Adidas.
Nice. Yeah, we got some Adidas. We have to tap into our folks at Adidas. We got a couple of our friends over there, man. I'm sure they'll be happy to shoot you some swag.
Please do.
Yep. So the Adidas guy. So he's an Adidas guy. He's a Dragon Ball Z guy, and he's a PlayStation guy. The people want to know who's winning in Tekken, you or Kelvin?
Come on, man. Come on.
That's not a question either.
I used to do tournaments as a kid. Like, Kelvin stands no chance. The only people that would beat me are those Asians, man. Those damn Asians would just whoop my ass.
Oh, so now we have some racial elitism in Tekken.
I love Asians, man. I love them.
Are Asians superior in Tekken?
When I was they were the only ones. The Asians would just come in and destroy us, and we're just like, God damn, do you do anything else, motherfucker? You know?
You sound like you need to go study under one of the great masters of Tekken. Someone wants to know, how can you be this perfect?
Me? No,
yeah,
I'm not perfect at all, man. I'm a regular guy. If there's anything that makes me considered perfect, I get to be myself. I owe it to myself to be myself. I take pride on that because it's a big planet. There's 7.5 billion people maybe. Almost every day, every time, someone or something will constantly try to change who you are. And there are times where I've lost myself, and I'm glad I'm regaining myself. It's so important to be yourself. It's so important to realize what's really happening in the world. You know, you don't have to be the best at everything, but there's something that you're good at, and that's something worth focus on. And unfortunately, there's some negative people out there that try to take it away from you. And I encourage those folks to come at me, man, that you cannot break me. If there's one thing you'll never see me do is quit. I am so good at not quitting. There were times I wanted to quit, but I just haven't figured it out. You know, I will continue to go until my body runs out. I'm good at that. But I love to be myself because I owe it to myself to be myself. That's all I got.
Absolutely. All right. A couple more questions before we let you run. Let's see here. Oh, wait. We had a good one here. we have a few interesting ones.
Uh-oh.
Now, the people want to know how you feel about the new apparel deal for UFC, moving away from Reebok to Venom. Like, are you happy about that, or what are your thoughts on the new apparel deal for UFC? And I'm not sure when that starts. Is that like effective now, or what's the deal?
I don't really know a lot of information on that. At one point, I did hear a source say about Under Armour, which makes so much sense for the UFC. You look at UFC, you would think Under Armour. I don't even know how the hell we got Reebok, which was trash, which is trash. And
but we're talking about. I'm pretty sure the shoes, the Reebok shoes, are still in play until April. I think the clothing is out. So
the clothing is out. Unfortunately,
maybe wait till April to trash them.
The hand-me-down shoes are still in effect. We've kind of had some minor upgrades, but they're still hand-me-downs because almost every shoes I've gotten, I've given them away. I'm waiting for somebody to come out with some good shoe from Reebok. You know, Reebok is losing its taste, at least in the UFC department. You look at other sports, Nike's giving all these football players some shoes. You're like, how the hell you get that? And I'm getting some hand-me-down from my grandmother or some shit. You know, it's terrible.
Not feeling the Reebok.
No.
Shout out to Logan Bond. I believe he acquired a few pairs of your Reeboks that you left stagnant at the gym on a couple of occasions. So
I did leave them.
You dished a few pairs. One last question. I'm not going to mention any names, but there are a couple of individuals that want to know, a couple of women that want to know if Uriah Hall is single. I want to put you on the spot.
I am in the process of falling in love.
I'm in the process. So what does that mean? So does that mean you're like not really single? You kind of. Yeah.
First of all, I'll leave my personal life off social media because you know how the internet gets. But if you really want to know who I'm falling in love with, I'm falling in love with me. You know, I have not gotten a chance.
I thought you were about to hit us with a bombshell here, man. I thought
that is a bombshell. Can you imagine getting fall in love with yourself, man? The ideal idea of falling in love with yourself to become one step closer to become a better version of yourself. A lot of people can't understand that shit. You don't need someone to complete you. You need someone to accept you completely. Nobody really needs anyone. They just need them to accept them. We're all fucking crazy, stupid, do dumb shit. It's just finding someone that will put up with some of your shit. But I'm trying to fall in love with me because once I can do that, then it can radiate, it can blossom. And I encourage a lot of people to do that.
Well, brother, I accept you completely. I love you and appreciate you for coming on the show.
Thank you, sir.
Looking forward to the next one. We're looking forward to Chris Weidman and everything that you got going on for 2021. Thank you for joining us, guys.
Oh, can I say something?
100%.
I know that a lot of people think that 2020 is over. Shit is not fucking over, all right? It doesn't take a fucking day for it to be over. Everyone's like, 2020 is out the door. Motherfucker, the shit is still here. Whatever the fuck is going on, it's still here. It's all about this guy, how you train this guy to react to it. So get out of that.
Agreed. Yeah, absolutely. It's still going to linger a bit. So we still got to push forward a little bit and get out of the way out of this. So
there we do.
Appreciate the words of wisdom, my brother.
Of course, brother.
We'll be watching you and looking forward to having you on the next one.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it,
brother.
Stay black.
Stay black. We tried, man. Peace.